okay then. We'll start over here, yeah? This is Alex. This is the man.
Hi.
Ukraine man. And what he's doing at the moment, he's taking the nails out of the timber, what we use for all our products we make. And it's all coming from recycled timber. Would you like to say anything, Alex?
Yes, of course. The
Yes.
best of the best nailsman.
He's the best of the nailsmen. Now, how does that sound? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, sounds a pound. Right, we come on over here now to Seamus. Seamus is our wood chopper, man, who does the kindling. Oh, what up, you, Seamus?
I just want to say something.
Oh, you don't say it, but I say you want to say something, you know, how you feel about doing the job and the
I
legs.
enjoy working down here, and I'm the youngest of the oldest in the bunch. Thanks.
Well said, Seamus.
Birthday's the same.
This is Tony, this is a member.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the hard working men again. At the moment now he's just taking a break. Now, once you come in here and start again on this side, sorry. Again, this is our new shed. It's in progress. You can see that we've just got concrete in. This is the roof, and as time goes on, it will be set up for a new shed. These are the convenience areas, the toilets. The lads working here, Jimmy, another member. And we're going on to this side now again. We come into the work area here. We have Tristan again. Tristan is our man that's doing the board boxes, all the way from Mauritius. Have you anything to say, Tristan, about the shed or?
Nearly 1 year. I met the men shed. They are lovely people. A good place to be.
Good, very good, Tristan. Thank you very much. And down here, then we have the rest of the work area. We'll be dark now, is it? Because we have all the tools here. Sanders, chop saws, the bench saws, all the timber you need, again, all recycled. These are on top of our workbenches. These were made by the workers themselves. And again, you have the tools hanging up, which is handy from there. They can just put their hand in when they need them. You can see Tristan is a very busy man.
Jesus, Kiwi 34.
Coming to this area now, what we have here is our chop saw. This is where we do the kindling. These are the bags, we sell those. This is what keeps us going with the funding at the end of the day. And when are we going to follow? We come down here then on this side. Of course, this is John, our artist, the man who done all the painting on the containers.
Very good.
Yeah. And this is our work we do, the lads have done. Dog boxes there. Not finished yet, but on the way. Cat boxes, another one here. And then you have the planters, you can get those in all sizes, big or small. And if you come down, this is for refurbishment. This has to be done up again, redone. And then again, like I said, John, our artist, done all this. And for Christmas then we had the reindeers. These were made up. Again, all recycled timber. And of course then we have the new crew coming in. These are qualified men in their job and they're doing this. This is for, they do props. This is a dinosaur, one of their products. And again then across here we have the snowmen that we made at Christmas. Also then we have the deers, you see them up on the wall, we just display them on that. The benches. Fishing wells. See that in. But anyway, we come along here now. Then on this side, all this area, this is where we bring in the pallets for recycling. Get cut up for all materials. Now down here, on this side, these are the guys who make the dinosaurs, make the props. This is this area, they own this area. We only moved in there in the last week, and we're moving along. again, recycling furniture and giving up furniture, and it all comes in here as well. And these are little products you wouldn't see around very much. We were trying to get into them, which are very nice. What they are actually is wine racks, done by horseshoes.
Very good,
Yeah, nice. Right, then we go further afield, and again we have all the tools. They're just put in there at the moment until we get them sorted. And as we go around here then, these are more products they done. Windmills and the wishing wells. And they're very popular in the summertime. And as we go down again, here, this is all the clear ground again what we have. Plenty of potential. Now we have the lads working here again for our new canteen and new office. We have Kieran, John and John. These are all our members.
I'm not John.
David, sorry David. And you can see what we're doing here. The windy. Okay? Now you see this window here? This is the window we'll be going in the back of the container for light. And what we'll be doing there is, with that in the back, we can actually close the doors. The reason why we're closing the doors on it is for security. Okay? Again, we have all stuff here for the next year or two. This was all donated again, it's all waste. Go for kindling. Then again we have Frank.
How you doing?
Frank
Beautiful
is a very
day.
busy man. And we also get grass. We get all this stuff. Which is donated as well, which comes in handy for top of the dog boxes or cat boxes, or if you're doing a bit of gardening or whatever, you know. And then again we have stuff over here that we sell on, and that proceeds goes back into the shed. Windows and doors, all that kind of stuff. And again, here we are in our garden centre, our little allotment. We have all the planters, and we have ladies for these. We have a ladies club as well, they come down here. Hopefully they'll all be starting in May. And again, this is our area where we sell plants. We grow them and we sell them again. All the proceeds goes back into the shed, keeps us going. So we have a lot to do here yet, but eventually it'll come to fruition, as the fellow says. Workers contributed to this, and they built the centre over there, and they know all the land here that belongs to the Clover Meads Social Club. So at the end of the day, when I was looking for a piece of land, I approached my fellow workers, the guys that I contributed into the social club, and I asked them for permission to go ahead and see could I get the land here. And I approached the trustees, Mr. Connolly, and Mr. Connolly said yes, and he signed over. We're here since. So again, I have to thank my fellow workers, the Clover Meads, you know, the lads who put us here and set us up.
Well, we're with Peter and Frank from the Ferrybank Men's Shed, who are going to tell us all about what's going on down here and the fabulous place that they have. So over to you, Frank.
It's a great place. We're missing Jerry Hughes and Liam Walsh. They are also part of the founding fathers. Am I right, Peter? So it's a great site. It's at about an acre site, and it was just a green field when we arrived 4 years ago, and through bit of funding and begging, we were able to get a few containers and then a few more. And as we got the equipment, as we got the place, we attracted the new members. So at the moment we probably have about 25 members on the books, Am I right, Peter?
That's correct.
And then we have another 25 people ready to come in. A group of technicians called the Southeast Makerspace. They're joining the men's shed as a group. And there's another group, the CB radio people.
CB, two-way radio.
And we also have 15 women coming in
Very good.
onto the site. So it's going to be a great hub, you know.
And are you always on the lookout for new members?
We don't hunt them down, you know. We think if
Right.
people are interested enough, they should come down. But we have a very welcoming attitude. We have a buddy system, you know, because some people that might be recovering from illness and so on, and a little bit low in their energy and in their skill level, and we partner them up with somebody, and hopefully it tends to work out. But having said that, there's an awful lot of highly skilled people here. You know, the men's shed has an idea that if you're depressed and you're downhearted and you're suicidal, join the men's shed. That's not the truth. The fact is, if you've got high skills and you want to share them with somebody, or you want to learn skills, the men's shed is the place to come.
Place to be.
You know.
And how can the public help?
Well, we need a revenue stream, you know. So what do? We make a bit of garden furniture. Right?
Bit of garden furniture, yeah.
And we have kindling going all winter, and we have a garden centre. So, you know, we can't take from other commercial enterprises, but if we got a small share of that, it would be great, because it gives the guys meaningful activity and it generates a bit of money. But we're massively fortunate here in that we don't pay any rent, and our electricity is generated by generators. So there's none of these standing charges and so on. So it's very economic to run. But I think if we had money, we probably would invest in more machinery, perhaps, you know, a wood turner or something like that, and maybe get somebody in to train us, you know, because and other crafts as well. So but really we want to give service to people. We want people, if they're looking for a bit of garden furniture, come in, we'll make it to their specification. We do, as I say, the kindling, and that we would sell about €1,500 a year in kindling.
Very good.
So it's nice money, you know, and nobody gets paid here, you know, other than in happiness.
And all them recycling timber.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
those.
it's
Yeah,
great,
we're buying
you know.
nothing.
And in terms of the public coming in and having a look around, is that feasible? Is it open all the time, or
Of course it is, yeah.
Well, we
That's
hope.
what I'm sorry, Frank.
No, Peter, go ahead.
That's what it's all about, getting people in, they can see what's going on, no?
Right.
Because as we do advertise it, you're only reading it, but you really want to see it. You know, it's like buying a car, same thing, you know. Someone advertises a car, well, you're going to go along, have a look and see what you think. So it's great to see people coming in, and they can pass it on. You know, the information is being passed on from out them. You know what I'm saying to you?
We're developing a cafeteria here, which we think will be kind of commercial style, you know. And it would be great if people just came in. It's a lovely area. It's very rural in a way, even though it's in an urban setting. We have rabbits running about. And it's great, and so we would hope to have every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday mornings a kind of a place where people can come in and pay €1 for a cup of coffee and have a chat. And sometimes that's the stepping stone into it, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know it's daunting for somebody. You know, if somebody has a difficulty, it's daunting for them to come and say, "Can I join?" You know, it's not an easy thing to do if your energy is low, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, a 70-year-old man can't go knocking next door and say, "Is Tommy coming out to play?" You know, you have to have a kind of a meaningful activity, as we mentioned before you can make meaningful relationships. So, you know, and we're very sensitive to people who might have, you know, might be a little bit low in their own energy level. But having said that, the vast majority of guys here they're leaders, you know.
Right.
Tremendous, great skill, great interest in things, you know. So that's it. So we hope that the community cafe, we hope that'll generate something. We have some very good cooks, you know.
Would there be any positive news stories that you could tell us that ever came out of it down through the years?
We had a young lad, John, and John was very down in the dumps. John had been studying for about 4 years and failed all his exams. He was studying online and he had a difficulty somehow. And he joined the shed here at a very low ebb. Now he's a young lad, what was he, 40?
No, he was younger than that, John.
Was he? Okay. So a young guy, but he was in difficulty and he was going to give up all his IT. He'd been studying for about 4 years and was quite knowledgeable, but hadn't passed any exams. And he joined the shed here and he did some wonderful things. And it G'd him up. And then we were chatting with him. He was saying one day, "I will join McDonald's." Do you remember that?
That's
I'm going to
right.
give up
Yeah,
completely the IT.
Yeah.
And we advised him to just take one little step. And he did something. He got a job with that big company. What do they call it, PB? a big IT company who said, based on your skills, we will send you to Athlone IT, Athlone University now, and we will give you a job directly after, and we'll pay for the Athlone College. And he has just
Flown away.
flown up. We lost him, because he wasn't from Waterford, but he was living here.
we
What was
also
the name
had-
of the company?
I can't get the name of the company. offhand now.
Big international company. They're in pharmaceuticals and in animal feeds and lots of different things, But some of the things he made are still here, He made stands for tools and so on. We remember him often,
Yeah, he's very good with his hands.
Very good, very good. It was great.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the ongoing thing. Like there's some people here now, who were brought in by their carer,
Right.
and now are just coasting along. Really, guys who've never used machines before, that with a bit of training, adept. But because they weren't good communicators, were left behind in the industrial setting, just simply because their communication wasn't good.
Yeah.
We are a very competitive, environment, And it's all a good news story. I mean, even for Peter, I was 14 years in Turkey, and I came back to Waterford completely lost. And I was saying, Patricia, my son said, you're not 30 and you're not Polish, so work is a problem. I got a job by going to a hotel and saying, look, is there anything for me to do? And he said, the only job is kitchen porter. And I stuck at that for a year and a half. I should have stuck it for a week and a half. But because I was kind of just wanted to waste my time, use my time up. And it was helpful in that way because my time off then was precious. But it was, there was no shed at the time, and that was what started the shed, We put ads in Ferrybank and so on, in the library. We were struggling for a year talking about places. Going to meetings in the library, talking about places, this is available, that's not available, and a lot of lads drifted by, But eventually we came across this place and
Put it on the map.
Yeah, and that gave us some solidity, It gave us a presence and a place,
And as I said to you, to thank the Clover workers, as I said to you,
Brilliant, yeah.
they gave us the permission to go ahead and get it, and we got it.
Yeah.
Only for them we wouldn't have got it. Let's be honest.
Well, it was a redundant site. I mean, it was good that they offered it.
But there was a lot of what they call it.
A lot of
things going on
politics
behind the scenes there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one knew what. So, as I said, we were lucky. Like I've been at Clover meets. I knew all the lads. We all contributed to the social club over there. So we got the signatures, and I went over to the trustees. As I said to you, and like that, we got it signed over. Yeah, we don't own it. It's only for the man shed, but only for the Clover workers. We wouldn't have got it.
So having said that now, there's one shed in Liverpool. Like us, they invite women and anybody over 18. If you've got a bit of time and you want to learn something or you want to share your skills, and they have a woman there who is running a refurbishing of classic cars. Lovely, and they have a small group within the shed, and they buy the car in the summer and they spend the whole winter doing it up, selling it, giving some money back to the shed. And there's another woman who was in Navan, she's not there now, a man in Navan who was a road engineer, civil engineer, and he is building a microlight with some lads.
Very good.
And of course there's a lot of welding going on in sheds, and we hope to have welding here. So if somebody was interested and they had a particular skill that they had, or they wanted to develop something, they said, okay, look, I want to do these cast concrete garden gnomes, whatever, we would facilitate the space. And we'd be happy even if the guys were turning a few bob and putting some money back to the shed. Because sometimes the best guys are the guys who need a little kind of a minor commercial aspect to it,
Yeah.
You can't keep on making the same blooming wooden bowl after bowl, So we're kind of a little bit flexible in that way, but we don't want it to be a commercial enterprise, but still, guys will put in, like for example, our garden centre, all the plants are bought. Some of the plants will be grown from seed here, but the vast majority will be bought in. They'll be potted up, and we sell them to the community, and some money will go back to the shed, and some money will go into the bits and pieces that are involved, the compost and so on. So it's really semi-commercial, like a community enterprise, really,
Very good.
But we're very, very flexible, aren't we?
Very flexible.
Very flexible, yeah.
Right, well, thanks a million.
You're very welcome.
It was absolutely lovely to meet you today, and thanks for the warm welcome as
Great.
well.
You're welcome,
And
Trish.
I wish you
Well,
continued
yourself.
success.
It looks like that. It looks like we're on the road now, We've got a good place, and we're here 4 years, so we're fairly well established, Nobody's going to kick us out, that we know of anyway.
say they'd have a hard job.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's no
Hard
need
to know, you know. Hard to know.
So that's great. It's lovely that you're interested. It's terrific.
That's
We have a
brilliant,
problem
yeah.
actually getting out to the wider public, and there
Yeah,
is a feeling
yeah.
that the men's shed is for people who are disabled, who are in need. I mean, that's fine, but it's not generally what's happening. The guys here are skilled, you know, really just sharing their skills or learning new skills or putting skills to use, you know. A real boys' club.
Yeah.